Hi, I'm Greg. I'm the lead singer for Lipstick.
And I'm Steve. I mostly play the keys.
And welcome to the Lipstick panel. Today on the Lipstick panel, we are admittedly just going after trends. We noticed our most popular episode was the episode we just sat around watching a movie making snarky jokes.
Yep, as one does.
The Kiss Meets the Phantom of the Park episode is our most popular episode by a wide margin. So today...
Apparently you nerds really love Phantom Parks.
Yeah, so today we're going to watch Broly, the Legendary Super Saiyan, and just give our thoughts on it. Steve has never seen this movie, so he's going to be reacting to it.
I'm pretty sure I have not. I've watched a number of these movies that they've, whatever was on Toonami late at night, but I don't think this one was ever on a, Saturday night when I was allowed to be up till 10.
Yeah, so let's just get right into it. We're on the DVD title screen. We're pressing play. Steve, you want to give us the time?
3, 2, 1, play.
All right.
I'm now realizing that the very first joke that I made about playing keys didn't even land in that keys are a real instrument. I meant that, my keychain was making noise when we started recording. Oh, shoot, the entire galaxy just exploded.
Yep. Oh, it's our buddy Kyle.
Yes, hi, Kyle. It's been shattered. How do you shatter a galaxy? What's the monkey's name again?
Bubbles.
Bubbles.
Named after Michael Jackson's monkey.
Nice. Oh no! Broly destroyed their resolution!
Yeah, this one has a metal soundtrack.
Nice.
I remember the commercial for this movie advertised we have Pantera on the soundtrack.
But it's still the exact same opening sequence from the show.
Alright, so this is the normal opening sequence you'd hear Chala Head Chala during, which, by the way, we covered. Check it out, please. But here, they have a re-recording of the American Dragon Ball Z instrumental theme song.
As a metal song.
Yeah,
like Pantera.
Because so there was Rock the Dragon when it was the Pioneer dub.
That's the one that I remember.
And then Funimation took over and came up with this instrumental piece, which sort of became the main theme of the show. And they had the normal version of the song, and this is a re-recording with...
more cowbell.
A lot more cowbell. Not as much energy, though, to be honest.
More fan service, though.
That fan service is in the original, my friend.
Yeah. I don't remember the title sequence being quite this long in the show. I feel like they may have padded it out.
Well, no, it's this long in the show. You're used to Rock the Dragon.
Yeah, but there's so many more clips I don't remember from the intro.
This is from the Chala intro.
Oh, okay, so I see. The Rock the Dragon intro is edited down for time.
The Rock the Dragon intro is completely different. They have clips from the movies that aren't even show episodes.
I remember a lot of these clips being in that
yeah, they
intro.
had some of these clips in, because, they're good clips to use.
Broly, the Legendary Super Saiyan.
Do you like that Windows 98 font?
Yeah, that was just a great animation. Krillin, are you angsting?
It's Goku.
No, it's Goku. I should be able to recognize these voice actors by now. He's right. Goku doesn't look good in a suit.
He's wearing a tan suit. He's clearly trying to destroy the country.
Rushing in a dark age of socialism.
That's a pretty good joke.
Is Goku literate?
I don't think he is. No, he is literate.
Okay. Wait, this is the joke that Master Roshi does amusing juggling tricks when you hide his porn? Okay.
Master Roshi gets drunk if you hide his porn.
Oh.
I relate to that.
right? My favorite words are fight. His suit is really cut very badly. Why is... So I don't know much about like Japanese private elementary schools. Is this a common thing that the parents have to prove that they're cool enough for a kid to go to a school? Is it different from the American system where the parents just have to prove they're rich enough for their kids to go to a school?
Yeah, so I'm not certain about that. I mean, this is technically a fictional world. Japan doesn't exist.
Oh.
But you know it does exist.
Not even Neo-Japan?
Not even Neo-Japan.
Is that...
This guy sounds like some of the bands that have opened for us.
Ooh. That's the politic way of saying that he sounds kind of like some of the bands we've opened for. Ooh.
Yeah, but hey, Krillin's a pro. He goes right back to
Right.
it. Sees a spaceship, doesn't stop the gig. Just
Right.
like us.
I like what's his name? Trunks' new haircut. The long hair.
So he has that haircut in the show after he's in the hyperbolic time chamber. You know what? No one cares.
His hair grew out in the hyperbolic time chamber.
Yeah, because he was in it for a year.
So, how much of the Saiyan race is alive
So the
canonically at this point?
well, because this movie isn't canon.
Yeah,
or
so
it is.
it diverges from canon ostensibly at this movie, right? Right.
Yes.
This movie's fan fiction. How many Saiyans are left alive in canon before we get to this point?
Are we talking about the multiple universes that are introduced in Dragon Ball Super?
No, because this is well before Dragon Ball Super.
Okay. So at this point, it's just Goku and Vegeta are the only pure-blooded Saiyans left alive.
Okay.
Everyone else is halflings.
Okay. Are there a lot of them?
Halflings?
Yeah.
Gohan and Trunks at this point?
Yeah, that's the ones I knew of.
Yeah, so at this point in the show, they're the only ones left alive.
So when like a Saiyan ship shows up with a bunch of... Are those Saiyan warriors or who are the mooks
Yeah,
with masks?
It's like subordinate guys.
Are they Saiyans?
No, but they're subordinates to like the two Saiyan guys that are there. So there's like, I'm a Saiyan and these are my slaves.
Okay.
So it counts as a Saiyan empire as long as a Saiyan's the boss.
My hobbies are martial arts and being an absentee father. Peachy, you're blowing this interview.
Yeah.
We're going to blame it on the women.
You could have said he's a magician and had an important gig.
Yep. He works very hard for his, kids.
Yep.
I mean, even if this is not actually meant to be Japan, this is certainly a Japanese-inspired culture, and I feel like that's a fairly well-documented thing, that in Japanese culture, a father working very hard all the time to provide for his family is well-respected.
Yep. As opposed to a father who has no job, spends all of his time just working out in the woods.
Right. As long as they can fake it that he's, like, he just got paged by his paying work job.
Bulma should just fund Goku's existence. Like, she's a billionaire. Like, hey, all the times you've saved the world?
Right.
Here's just money to live and just train in case someone shows up.
Do they ever, do they address him having a job at any point in the show?
In Super, they're like, hey, you need to get a job because we've run out of money from savings from your tournament victory 20 years ago.
Ah. Man, that's some good money management.
Yeah.
Who's Scary McScarface there?
Oh, his name is Paragus. He's like another Saiyan that has shown up. I'm alive.
So this is before anyone goes Super Saiyan in the show, right?
No, there are a few of them that have gone Super Saiyan at this point.
Oh.
But the idea is like this is the legendary Super Saiyan who's way more badass and powerful than them.
Cause he like did it first, or
the idea is like legendary Super Saiyan is a more powerful form of Super Saiyan. Like, you know how there's Super Saiyan 2 and 3? This was before Super Saiyan 2.
Right.
So since we're talking over the exposition,
Mm-hmm.
so Paragus came to Earth and said, Vegeta, I want you to be king of our new planet of Saiyans. And by planet of Saiyans, I mean me and our slaves.
Right.
But I also need your help. The legendary Super Saiyan has appeared and he's destroying shit and I need you to kick his ass. And Vegeta's like, yeah, I'm up for a fight.
Oh, was that time traveling Trunks?
Yes, there's time traveling Trunks and then there's baby Trunks.
And baby Trunks. Okay. I was wondering about the timeline because I was
He's
like, wait,
time traveling teenage Trunks.
I thought Trunks was younger than and they're just like they just leave his wife and child behind.
What's she gonna do when they're fighting a super legendary Saiyan?
So they're just gonna come back for her later. Or?
They're just like, hey, we're just going on an adventure for a bit. We'll be back. Going to another planet.
As one does. Oh, and it diverges from the Hitchhiker's Guide canon.
I mean, I think
we're the west. No, wait, we're the western arm of the Milky Way. I don't actually place where the Milky Way is relative to other galaxies.
Well, the idea of this is old Dragon Ball canon, but the idea is the North galaxy includes the Milky Way, and like basically everything that we would perceive as our universe is the North galaxy, and it's just really huge. So South galaxy just implies a ton of distance.
So he's searching for Broly right now?
Searching for his energy.
To be fair, when you're talking a galactic scale and you just teleported to like magical mini planet,
he teleported to the afterlife.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Yeah, so that's a very reasonable question: is where is South from here?
Yeah, like what a dumbass asking where South is from the afterlife.
I was like, does the moss grow on a different side of the planetoid? So he can teleport anywhere, right?
Yeah, basically the thing is he just needs to focus. So if he's fighting, he can't really teleport because it's too difficult.
Yeah. And he can detect energy signatures across unlimited distances.
Well,
faster than in instant time.
So the idea is if it's a really strong one, he can sense it from afar. So he can't sense everybody. But the idea is Broly is so ridiculously powerful, he can sense it even from all the way over there.
And he's teleported, solid half the length of a universe.
Right.
Just from a physics standpoint, these powers are overpowered.
Yes, these are some of the most overpowered characters in fiction.
Yep.
That's the charm of this show.
Like, yes, I can travel the distance of more than an entire universe with pinpoint accuracy.
In zero time. It's
in
instant.
No time.
So it's not even like 1 second. It's less than a second.
Was that a 4Kids edit there where they're like, I'm hungover, you shouldn't have eaten so much tuna fish?
You know what? There's straight up dicks in this movie. So I don't think that's a 4Kids edit. I think it's just Funimation just is weird.
Look, this is a film, so it's allowed to have penises and drunkenness, but no alcohol. And man nipples. Those are fine too. We have to collect more intelligence before we act.
Right away, Vegeta's like, yeah, I'm ready to give some subordinates orders. This is great. In my element.
That does seem like Vegeta's style.
Like, doesn't
I'm
even
in charge.
Doesn't even question, like, I have a planet and a kingdom. All right, yeah. Because you're hungover, dude.
Also, he's concussed.
That's
as one does. Dun dun dun. What? Why is Krillin in a suit?
Because they just went straight from the party.
Oh, yeah, I guess. All right, why was he in a suit at the party? Is Krillin the only one with, like, any fashion sense?
Maybe.
Everybody else is like, I'm wearing my gi 24 hours a day.
Yeah, maybe.
It doubles his pajamas.
Krillin decided if he was going out to look classy and not just wear his fighting outfit. Oh, here are the slaves.
Yep, that's what being a slave means.
Nothing like whipping children to show you who the bad guy is pretty easily.
Yep.
I like how they've already started a coup.
Right? And just sort of show up and like, well, slave revolt.
Yeah.
Man, when Krillin's telling you off, that's when you know you goofed.
Right. And look, they don't want to mess with Krillin. They're like, whoa, that guy's a badass.
He doesn't have any hair. He must be a badass. So their spaceship also traveled this ridiculous distance, didn't it?
Yeah, the spaceship went pretty fast.
Also not a very smart man. Yes.
All suspicion is dropped when food is offered. You could just poison Goku and that's the end of the story.
Yep.
So Goku would survive the red wedding, but would be screwed at the purple wedding. asparagus. Get it?
Oh, that's what they're going for.
It's all vegetables for Saiyans, man. Broly is broccoli.
Yeah. So Vegeta is just like veggie.
Yeah, vegetable. Kakarot, carrot.
Yep. What's Trunks named after?
Well, pure-blooded Saiyans are vegetables.
Ah, okay. Because Gohan is a rice, right?
Yes.
Not really a vegetable. No, Goten's the rice dish.
No, Gohan is rice. I forget what Goten is. I think Goten means sky or something.
I'm pretty sure there is literally a Japanese restaurant in Nashville called Goten.
Yes, but I remember looking this up, and I
Okay.
think Gohan is rice.
All right. Oh no, he's fragging his underlings. That's how you know he's a bad guy. Also, that was definitely the alien egg right there. So is the general rule of why am I spacing on the name of these aliens?
Saiyans?
Saiyan, yeah, the general rule of Saiyan politics is just whoever is the best at fighting is in charge, right?
Actually, that is how it supposedly works and how Vegeta's father became king.
You okay, Broly? You got a kidney stone or something?
Nope, using the slave crown from FF6.
Goku just shows up and is like, I'm staring this dude down. Why is Master Roshi wearing a mask on the back of his head?
It's never explained. He never wears this outfit ever again in any other media.
Okay. We don't even have the DLC excuse.
Yeah. This place sucks. There's not enough porn.
That's the metric I use for most places I go. Utah sucks, not enough porn.
Yeah, but all of our favorite Final Fantasy podcasters are there.
Is that Krang?
It can't be Krang. He has a mustache.
I can't really argue with that logic, yeah. Krang doesn't have a
It's clearly
mustache.
someone else.
This guy does. So.
I actually...
Original character, do not steal.
I think we just confirmed that TMNT and DBZ are in the same universe.
Right?
Is this the Phantom Zone or where Krang is originally from? Is just the DBZ universe?
Why is he such a pushover in the TMNT universe then? It's like, nobody's really super powered in Ninja Turtles.
Maybe he's probably super weak in this universe too.
Oh.
Exposition. Paragus is Broly's dad, and he's trying to control his out-of-control teenager, but as, you know, the stepfather of a teenager, I tell you, that doesn't really work. They're just going to do whatever the hell they want.
So what you're saying is this is an extended episode of Dr. Phil.
Yeah, pretty much.
My out-of-control teen keeps blowing up planets!
My out-of-control teen gave me a scar.
I feel like the usual solution of send them to military academy would not work in this context.
No.
We just made him more dangerous. Oh, those zany scientists.
With mustaches.
This was that scene from The Last Jedi.
Yeah. Last Jedi ripped off Star Wars. Really, Luke just should have used a slave crown.
Yep. So you were telling me that this character didn't have any development at all, but he does. He's a bad teen.
Yeah. Well, yeah, he was kind of insane with bloodlust, and so he has a mind control crown.
Yeah. It's totally a character plot.
Yep. Baby penises.
Ah, it's true. That's over 9,000.
So remember, a shotgun is 20.
Yeah.
You can blow up the moon with like a power level of 150. This guy's born with 10,000.
Oh, yeah, this is the plot you explained, that Goku whines too much as a baby.
Yes. And that's what drove him insane and broke his mind.
That is a pretty terrible plot.
Like, if your psyche is so flimsy that, like, another baby crying when you are also a baby is what destroys your mind, you probably weren't all there in the first place.
Right.
Like,
did he just say Baccarat?
He said Kakarot.
Because Kakarot and Baccarat are completely different things. One's a board game.
You know what? It probably is. This guy was probably born, like, with, a disability. Like, that high power level probably, like, warped his mind.
Some kind of a
like
idiot savant kind of situation
like
going on.
Saiyan autism?
Maybe.
Like, really far on the spectrum?
Starting to get into some weird real-world psychology that we probably don't want to get into that discussion.
Probably not.
Hey, look, the people are punching each other. Let's talk about the punching. Broly's brawling. So is Broly's the one who destroyed this planet?
This planet that they're on currently?
Yeah.
I mean, since we're probably going to talk over the exposition when it comes up, and I assume you don't mind spoilers, Paragus took over this planet to trap Vegeta on here because a comet is heading towards the planet. He wants Vegeta to die on the planet.
Oh. Because that makes him like the next biggest Saiyan or whatever?
It's because he doesn't like Vegeta's dad.
I was going to jump back a little bit, that Master Roshi and the pig guy are like making out in their dreams, which I'm pretty sure Black Mirror episode 1 was all about that. So everybody's just ripping off
the Broly movie.
Everybody's ripping off the Broly movie.
I mean, this is a cinematic masterpiece.
All of this metal sounds MIDI.
I mean, these are actual metal bands. You know what? I'm going to give the Funimation guys credit. They did a really good job with actual funny moments that were funny on purpose.
Right.
Like, they did an amazing job dubbing this show, and credit to all those dudes.
I do like that, somebody's bleeding and they lick it off their own cheek is gross all of a sudden. Like, how many times has that happened in the show so far?
I mean, I don't know how many times Goku has seen it.
Yeah, that's fair. He's a bit squeamish.
It's like we're at a Murfreesboro show.
Oh, is Goku going to learn a lesson about fatherhood? What?
I mean, if this was like a well-written script, that might have been a theme.
That might have been on the table. It is not.
I love how dated the soundtrack is.
Yep. Did Broly just get, 15 feet tall.
I mean, he was already pretty huge.
Yeah. Ooh, now he's a different color. This mind control thing just means they can tease us with fights. Be like, maybe they'll fight. Nah, it's not happening yet.
Yeah, it's basically to pad out the movie because really this movie, it's one fight. It's
Right.
versus Broly.
I mean, they're able to pad out single fights to like 20 episodes in the show.
Yeah, well, I think the trick is I think it comes down to the character they wrote. Like, Broly himself, because he's supposed to be just a mindless killing machine, like, he can't really be a mastermind or have subordinates.
Yeah.
So they have to pad it out in a different way.
How plausible of that as a way to kill a Super Saiyan level Saiyan?
They can't breathe in space. It's a vacuum. Planet blows up, they're dead.
But can't he teleport?
Vegeta can't. Goku's the only one who can do that.
Oh.
He's the only one who learned it.
He
He learned it from some aliens when he was just hanging out on a random planet.
As one does.
Yeah.
Kakarot's just cracking himself up there. I mean, why wouldn't I tell him that if that were a true thing? Probably because I'm plotting something.
My boy is a weak little bitch. So here's the thing. Vegeta's race was all about conquering planets.
Right.
So if they told him, like, hey, we just conquered a planet to give to you.
We conquered a planet and enslaved everybody. It's yours now. Like, okay, that sounds about right.
Yeah, that's not a big twist for Vegeta.
I'm confused as to what your problem
is. You mean you didn't build an entire
is, kid.
society in like 2 weeks? This is a Scooby-Doo moment right here.
I would have gotten away with it if it weren't for you meddling slaves. Ew. Why does he care about Earth? Oh. He wants to enslave a better species than these
And also utilize the resources.
gross green dudes. I want green planets, not green people. Oh, yeah, and Earth won't be littered with battle scars and rubble because Earthlings suck at fighting.
Yeah.
Except for Godzilla.
There is one movie where they basically fight a kaiju monster.
Nice. Ooh.
Yep, this is strip. I am the villain. I am explaining my plan to you.
An astronomical object of colossal proportions. They did the cigarette burn way too early on that shot. Sorry, I've just suddenly started noticing the cigarette burns in the upper right. They're happening at seemingly random times rather than right before the edit is supposed to happen. Like Fight Club taught me.
Look, the animators were stressed, man.
My favorite documentary.
What? His kick did nothing. How strong is he?
Oh no, that thing that I wanted him to do that he's doing anyway, I can't make him do it.
Yeah. Remember, this character gets 4 movies.
Same plot each time?
I don't know about the new one coming out. I guess it's a reboot. Thanks, people correcting us on YouTube for a reaction video where you're not supposed to really know what's going on. Thanks for the correction. Second movie, spoilers, he loses at the end of this one, and he basically he's Captain America. He's frozen in ice and then wakes up like a decade later and they fight him again.
Okay.
And then the third one, they take his DNA and create a mutant Broly that they fight.
That sounds a lot more intimidating than the same Broly we beat a decade ago in a show that, tends to follow
power scaling.
Yeah, a fairly geometric power scale.
But no, different characters are there who aren't as strong.
Oh. The challenge the second time Broly shows up is that it's Krillin who has to fight him.
I think Krillin is one of the party members. It's Goten, Trunks, Krillin, and Gohan after not training for a decade, so he sucks.
Is this superhero era Gohan?
Yes.
AKA best Gohan?
Look, that arc is great. Like, if I'm going to just sit down and watch random Dragon Ball episodes, it's probably going to be the Great Saiyaman arc. It's a goofy superhero show. Should have gone in that direction. I'd take that over the Buu Saga. Over the second half of the Buu Saga.
We interrupt the second half of the Buu Saga for more Great Saiyaman.
Yeah, I'd be down for that.
That's one of the legendary powers of the Legendary Super Saiyan is changing the lighting.
Sorry, this soundtrack. for you kids out there watching, I think when they re-released it, they didn't have the American metal bands anymore, but that is so much the charm of this movie for me.
Yeah! I sound like the dudes from South Park, making fun of Americana. I choose you. Gohan, what are you doing?
Yeah, Goku was right about that. Oh, so that is one of the best things. He can shoot ki blast just by flexing his abs.
Nice. This is the best character ever. Wait, how powerful is Gohan relative to Goku right now?
He is weaker than Goku right now.
Okay. Because there's a couple times where he was more powerful, right?
Yes. So when people try to fit this into the canon, this is in the 10 days before the Cell games takes place.
Oh, really?
So Cell announces, I'm going to destroy the world in 10 days unless someone can beat me in this tournament in 10 days.
Okay.
And so the only time this would fit into the canon is if they decided to just leave Earth and go hang out on this planet and fight Broly and ignore Cell for a week.
I like that they were so worried about getting their kid into a private school when the planet was about to be destroyed.
Yeah.
I can't tell who's yelling, whether it's Broly or whatever metal singer.
Exposition.
I did just call for your son's death, though, so, Oh!
I mean, that's a pretty reasonable reason to want revenge.
Yeah. I mean, except for the...
Revenge on King Vegeta, not on, like, Vegeta the son. Like.
Right. Although I guess there's something to be said for...
Oh, also, this is dark as hell. Look at that shit.
Yep.
Like...
They stabbed a baby.
Like, dude, that is Cannibal Corpse metal. That is metal as fuck.
I mean, Cannibal Corpse metal would be more like...
Well, the organs come out after the stabbing.
12-inch blade. You got to describe how big the blade is
Right.
In a Cannibal Corpse lyric.
Right. All right, so we have baby Broly rescuing him from the exploding planet.
I like that they were, quote, left for dead. That's a terrible way to execute people.
I mean, they figured they stabbed the baby and, like, blasted a hole in the dude's stomach. I mean, they should have gone all the way with the execution, but...
Right.
If you stab a baby, you kind of assume the baby's gonna die.
I mean, that baby had a power level of 10,000. That is unprecedented.
Yeah, I mean...
That's one of those things, like, keep an eye on that.
Right.
Don't just be like, this dude has a power level of 10,000. We stabbed him once. It's probably good.
Like, that is more powerful than some of Frieza's elites. You kind of want to watch out for that. Oh, slaves are getting destroyed.
That's okay. I don't think any of them had names. Maybe 2 of them had names.
They probably had names.
But yeah, I thought, like, you know, that's the over 9,000 meme, is that everyone was super impressed that Goku had a power level of over 9,000. Like, that's just not a thing that happened, right?
Right. Like, if you were an adult with a power level of over 9,000, that was impressive. And he was born 10,000. Yep.
I mean, how much of a massacre is it going to be? It's him fighting 3 dudes.
But listen to that awesome metal in the background, bro.
I mean, this song I'm kind of into. Dap, 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 dap.
I mean, basically, Broly's popularity comes down to how cool the fights are and how cool the character looks.
Yeah. Which I'm going to, for the latter, say not very.
Like his design?
Yeah, no, it's just like...
Just a huge dude?
It's just like a roided out version of the regular dudes.
I don't know, I like his sort of mystical outfit. Makes him look different from the other Saiyans.
I guess.
And I think people like the idea of the Legendary Super Saiyan, because that was built up in the show.
Yeah.
And they're like, hey, this is the character that is supposedly the fulfillment of that legend.
It's Raining Men. Ish.
Because the idea is that it's a different transformation than the other Saiyans achieve.
He's greener.
He's greener.
Yeah.
You just acknowledge the pun.
Whoops. Oh, that's what the mask is for. This joke right here.
Yes.
Is he still drunk?
Still drunk.
What? They're cowering. That is... He's gonna alter on that thing, isn't he?
Yep. Maybe that's why the Death Star didn't impress me. Like, they destroyed a planet. Like, have you seen Dragon Ball?
At some point in the show, it's easier to count planets killed than people. Did he just do the, did I do that?
Yeah.
They call me Broly Urkel.
There are Dragon Ball fans who think this is a legitimately good villain.
Krillin, you suck at fighting. Evacuate the NPCs.
Right. And also, I mean, it does make this an all Saiyan brawl.
Yep. I mean, like 75% Saiyan.
You know. Yeah, I don't understand Broly fanboys.
Is Vegeta gonna get involved in this again?
No, he's scared. He's scared stiff because he's believed in the legend of the Legendary Super Saiyan his whole life. So the other ones, because they don't have that context of growing up with it, it's not as big of a deal. Like, all right, here's a strong dude we got to fight, I guess. Versus Vegeta views this guy as unstoppable, the ultimate warrior to ever exist, and no chance that he will be able to do anything against him.
The Ultimate Warrior, not to be confused with the Ultimate Warrior, who has much better characterization in general.
Although, hey, they both utilize pro wrestling movesets.
The Ultimate Warrior's murderer.
Like, if you look at Broly's fighting style, it's really based on American pro wrestling.
Out of control. It's not a mountain, but it'll do. Punch through a building.
Yeah. I honestly think Broly is just maybe interesting in concept, but not actually a good character. Like, the idea of like, hey, let's make a character for the Legendary Super Saiyan.
Yeah.
Yes, that is a good idea. Everything else is kind of terrible.
Broly from the top rope. Why was he holding his breath?
I don't know, man. But hey, we got more metal.
Yeah.
See, a lot of people think this has the best metal soundtrack of the Dragon Ball movies, just because they have Pantera on it. But I think the cooler soundtrack is better. It has like Disturbed. What's that song? The Game, I think, by Disturbed during one of the fight scenes. I don't know. This music isn't aggressive enough for me.
Never really learned how to give up. Okay.
I mean, that's pretty shonen.
Yep. Oh no. Goku got punched into a thing. Is he gonna be okay?
I mean, we still have a lot of movie left.
Oh wow, we still do.
They dragged out this one fight as much as they could.
20 minutes of one fight.
20 minutes left of one fight.
Right. Time to change the lighting again.
I can't get over what great characterization this guy has.
Yeah.
For those who think I'm just ragging on Dragon Ball, like, I'm a huge fan. I love the series.
Right.
But, like...
He's a giant Dragon Ball nerd.
Yeah. But, like, Broly is just not a good character.
We needed that lunch to get back to Earth.
Oh, so I take back my comment about him, finishing the gig. What a chump.
Right?
Like Nick Jones just quitting in the middle of a song of a gig.
I mean, he'll quit in the middle of a song in order to fight.
Right.
So, I don't know.
Nick Jones actually, that's one of the best stories I've ever heard. Nick from Pot of Thunder was in a band and he quit that band like mid-show just took his amp and rolled it off stage in the middle of one of their songs. Like, you know what? I'm done.
Nice.
I respect that.
Isn't Nick who is in the Jonas Brothers?
Nick, who is going to be on the Creature of the Night episode, which will come out before this, I think.
I don't know. I'm just cracking jokes because his name almost sounds like Nick Jonas.
It does.
And I like the idea of the Jonas Brothers being in a Kiss podcast.
That does sound pretty great.
That is totally how energy balls work. They sort of bounce off each other and fall to the ground. Oh, shoot, is it Piccolo? Sure, why not?
Man, Piccolo's awesome.
Piccolo, a.k.a. Gohan's real dad.
Right?
Murdering the children? I feel like that murdering the children is not what needs to be done, Broly. I guess your first experience was as a child being murdered, so I guess we can give you some slack in that area.
I mean, like, I guess him being a total psychopath makes some sense. It's just a bad story.
Where do sensu beans grow?
Korin, the talking cat, not Beerus, the one who hangs out with Yajirobe, he grows them. Really like this soundtrack in the back on the piano. It sounds very cool.
I know. Ha ha! He's got big ears.
You're fighting a fan fiction character.
You're not just fighting a Saiyan, you're fighting a legendary Super Saiyan.
You're fighting my OC, who's way stronger than all of the other characters.
Yeah, how's everyone, like, the ship got destroyed. How's everyone getting off planet now? Oh. The three of them just left all of everybody behind, didn't they?
They took the slaves.
Oh, okay.
But they're like, hey, Goku can take care of this and teleport everyone else off. Because if they touch Goku when he teleports, they teleport with him.
True. So the easy resolution of this problem is
Goku just teleports
him and his friends right now.
Yes. But Broly's an asshole and they need to fight him.
It's true.
Because, like, man, look at this guy. What an asshole. Every time he starts fighting, Bro Metal plays. That's how you know he's an asshole.
That was a pretty cool looking move, though.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
He's doing a lot of clotheslining, though.
Like I said, wrestling.
Yeah.
Maybe this is just how they view, like, American wrestlers. Like, they're so much bigger than our fighters.
Does he ever do the thing where he, like, punches almost next to somebody and slaps his own chest so it sounds like he hit them?
I don't know. Man, Piccolo's awesome.
It's true. Piccolo's pretty great.
Like, I haven't met any Dragon Ball fans who don't like Piccolo. One of the best written characters in the show. Like an actual well-written, well-rounded character.
I feel like, yeah, the only really well-written characters in the show are the bad guys who turn into good guys, right? Piccolo and Vegeta.
I'd say Goku is well written.
I think he's well written as a troll character.
Yes, but that's what I'm saying. Like, and the thing is, like, the character he's based on is a troll character. Yeah, that's kind of fair. I think also Gohan is a well written character, and Videl. Videl's well written. Mr. Satan.
Yeah.
That guy,
Mr. Satan is pretty great.
quite possibly the best character. Frieza's pretty good. He's basically Space Hitler, but hey, he did a good job.
Yeah. Oh, he's using his hands to shoot energy beams. That's how you know he's serious.
Yep. Just spamming the triangle button.
He is. Stop using the same move over and over again, you cheater!
Broly is just the Eddie Gordo of Dragon Ball.
Is this Maynard?
Might be.
A Tool song for this? He still drags those things out this late into the show?
Yeah. Well, the idea is he's charging up the move.
Ah.
Because you can just shoot like a quick beam, but it's going to be weak.
I think my favorite Kamehameha of all time is definitely one from Robot Chicken, where they had him and Gohan both shooting at the same time, and one of them went Kamehameha, and the other one just yelling really loud. Oh, Goku just die? That was a good movie. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, is this Maynard?
I don't know. It kind of sounds like his voice. The song also sounds like it's in 4/4.
Yeah, that's why I'm not convinced.
Is this late enough that it could be a perfect circle?
Could be. Is this technically related to our Smashing Pumpkins episodes?
No. I mean, once you start doing 6 degrees of separation,
Did we just tie lipstick to Smashing Pumpkins? Because Kyle Hebert was in this movie with James Eha in a perfect circle.
Kneel before Broad.
Look how strong he is. Isn't he cool?
Tiger uppercut. Keep on recycling this shot of just like everything far away and nothing moving in an interesting way.
Yep.
It's good animation of that mountain exploding though.
I think that was the trade-off.
Whoa. Like they spent all their budget for that, 30
well, I think that's
period.
sort of the trick with anime is they reuse a lot of assets, but then have really cool stuff that sort of make up for it. Because, I mean, the character detail is usually better than Western animation. There's usually a bit more to the character designs. Yes, they're, moving, at a slower frame rate.
Right.
But you get that additional detail in exchange, so it's what's worth it to you. It's a very Shakespearean monologue.
Right. We're going to leave you to die, and we're pretty sure it's going to take this
But
time.
even him just like saying out loud, like, he means nothing to me. This part's pretty metal.
It is so tiny. I love, they're really playing fast and loose with how big Broly is.
Man, he's so Shakespearean with his monologuing.
What kind of end is this? Crushed by your son who once saved you.
I kind of want to rewrite this as a Shakespearean play using Shakespearean style language.
Yeah.
Yeah, Comment if you want us to do that, and we'll start a Patreon. Like, seriously, if I $500 and I'll do it.
Probably want to do a Kickstarter for that if it's a one-off thing.
Yeah, $500, and I will write
Indiegogo.
Indiegogo. I will write Shakespearean Broly. I'll write the script.
Stretch goals will actually like hire Eric Stewart and Kyle Ebert to do roles in it.
Eric Stewart isn't in Dragon Ball.
Yeah, but we could probably get him. Do you know any of the?
I've partied with Sean Schemmel and Chuck Huber.
All right. How many more random voices do we get? Who plays
we got
Broly?
Goku with that.
Okay.
Oh, Vic Mignogna. I met him once. He didn't like me. Because he was like giving people shit like, why do you watch subs? And I'm like, look, the episodes haven't come out yet, bro. You need to support the industry. Fine, I'll buy a DVD. Get off my back.
Why do you watch subs? I don't know. Why don't you work faster, Vic?
And look, we're watching the DVD right now that I bought with my own money.
It's true.
The dub.
I'm ready. Everybody says that they're still lying on the ground.
This is the give me your energy part.
Okay.
So remember, all of them combined fighting Broly at the same time couldn't defeat him.
Right.
But somehow, if they give their energy to Goku, he should be able to win,
right.
I guess.
Is he going to do like the spirit bomb thing, or they're just able to like channel energy into him?
You know what? I'm just going to let you watch what happens.
Okay.
But remember how this movie's been kind of shitty with its writing?
Yep.
It's not going to change with this part.
Oh, okay. I was hoping for a sudden, last minute
jump in quality or like some sort of clever conclusion. Because how do you defeat this unstoppable force? He's just stronger than everybody. Is it going to be a special move? The spirit bomb? Outsmarting him? What could possibly defeat this monster? A kryptonite spear through the heart?
Just some like Deftones or something? Secret ally offering his power? Oh,
so basically they're just giving Goku extra lives.
Knee drop, nice. Good move. Wong.
I'm waiting for Broly to put his hand by his ear to wait for the audience to applaud.
Somebody threw a chair! Maybe we should have done drops.
Maybe.
You never actually see the knee making contact, but you see most of Goku's body, so I'm going to have to assume that he's doing knee drops exclusively to Goku's nuts.
Oh, so the chasm forming is pretty awesome.
Wait, why doesn't Broly have a tail?
A lot of Saiyans just get their tails cut off at one point.
Okay.
Because the Great Ape transformation isn't as useful as the Super Saiyan transformation, and the tails just become a weak point. So it's just like, hey, just get rid of your weakness.
Can you be a Super Saiyan and still have the tail?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, Man, the canon is weird. But the canon used to make somewhat sense, and then it just got chaotic.
Noticing this comet doesn't seem to have a tail. Unless they're doing the thing where the comet's
Maybe the comet is a Saiyan that got his tail cut off.
Ooh, that was really dumb, Grant. It makes no sense.
I mean, yeah, it was pretty dumb, just like this movie we're watching.
Yeah, that's fair. You got me there. Can't fault your logic.
I mean, you can.
And that's why I can't.
Dragon Ball logic. Oh, look, his character development reverted to back the way he was earlier in the movie.
Yep.
Piccolo's motivational speech got completely negated. I also like that Piccolo's motivational speech was grabbing him by the head and dropping him like 30 feet.
Stop being a wuss.
What a great character. Guys, stop talking about how great Broly is and talk more about how great Piccolo is. And I know you talk about how great Piccolo is, but like just drop the Broly being great thing. He's not. But man, I do love his character design and like core concept.
I'm angry at babies.
No, not that part of the core concept.
Oh.
Like being born with a power level of 10,000. That's cool.
Oh, Vegeta didn't offer his power. That's why he wasn't able to win yet.
Yeah, because Vegeta's being a jerk. You know how much of Dragon Ball could have been solved if Vegeta just wasn't an asshole?
Right?
Like so many story arcs like, if I had just like killed the villain when I had the opportunity, not been a dick about it.
Everyone's just like, Vegeta, stop being a dick.
No, I'm determined to be an asshole at all costs. Because you're gonna die. That's
true.
why. Also, you know who else ranks below you? Broly.
Yeah, wouldn't it suck to get killed by your inferior? Although that would then make him like king of all Saiyans, right? So he'd outrank him then.
Yeah, I don't understand why they care about, birth ranking. Like, once you're stronger, like, that's what actually matters.
Right. I'm pretty sure the time Goku kicked your ass, Vegeta means that he outranks you now. There's another hour of this? You're our last hope to make me our last hope.
Help me, Obi-Wan Vegeta. You're my only hope.
Pew pew. Vegeta is the second strongest of this group, right?
Yes.
Okay. He's been shouting about having his friends give him their power this entire time. Were you not paying attention, Broly?
I'm still the rival character.
All right, we're all going to take naps. Father. Or maybe it will.
I like Vic, but Broly the less he talks, the better. Like, if you just made him, like, total psychopath,
Yeah.
I think he would work better.
Is that comet bigger than the planet?
Man, I don't know.
Why aren't Dragon Ball fanfiction writers better astrophysicists?
I don't know,
wanna
man.
know.
But yeah, if they really just play up the Broly is insane angle,
Yeah.
you could have a cooler character. So I think that it's a cool concept, just maybe executed really poorly.
He was born with a power level of 2,000, 10,000, and if that somehow didn't break his brain, the fact that they tried to murder him as a baby did.
Oh, this is how he beats him. He pulls a one-punch man.
Oh, he punched him right in the stab wound.
I actually never noticed that. Because there's no visible scar or
Right.
anything. To me, I just thought he just punched him once and that's how he beat him.
I'm guessing that that's what they're trying to hint at.
But then why wouldn't they show, like, the flashback of the stab wound?
Yeah, well, 'cause maybe they were only allowed to show the stabbing once.
But yeah, so that's how Goku defeats Broly. He punches him once.
And so the planet just blew up before Goku teleported everyone away. I guess, they can hold their breath for 30 seconds, right?
He teleported everybody. Everybody's safe.
I think he teleported the slaves too.
Yes.
So the rest of the party was just trying to flee with themselves, leaving the slaves to die.
I guess. What a bunch of jerks.
Everybody sucks. Goku is actually heroic here in that he was like, oh, there's a bunch of random unnamed NPCs. Better save them.
You know, like, Dragon Ball Z Goku is actually a pretty heroic character.
You'd think she'd be used to my bullshit by now.
You know, that's what I say about my wife all the time. Like, the older I get, the more I relate to Goku and Chi-Chi's relationship. Like, man, this chick just yells at him all the time while he just goes off and does whatever the fuck he wants. Like,
Yep.
yeah, I get that. Yeah, so,
Yeah, Chris
that was Broly, the Legendary Super Saiyan. One of the... Broly gets top billing in the movie.
nice.
All right, let's look at the soundtrack. I'm sure they're going to list the bands.
Hopefully. That's the best part. There was a bunch of stuff in there that's like, I recognize who this is, but I can't remember which 90s metal band this was anymore.
People complain about hair metal bands being too samey.
No, I mean, I recognized what they were. It's just, all right.
All right.
Lost America by Elgato. Brave
Pointy
Combo.
Shoe Factory.
Pointy Shoe Factory. Lost that.
Dusu, The Aleph, Slow Roosevelt, Spoon-Fed Tribe,
Dokadema Doa. Pointy Shoe Factory again. Pantera. Tendril. Gravity Pool.
Slow Roosevelt, Haji, Elgato.
I think, yeah, this was a lot more Japanese indie rock than I thought based on the soundtrack. Like, most of the metal was basically just Pantera.
They had one Pantera song, and they made such a huge deal about it in the commercial.
Yep.
Because they could afford the licensing for one Pantera song.
All right.
So
that was Legendary Broly Saiyan.
Yeah, so that was... What'd you think, Steve, of one of the greatest Dragon Ball villains in the canon that the fans adore and love?
That really dragged out a lot.
By the way, of the Broly movies that are currently released, haven't seen the new one that's coming out in January because, you know, it's coming out in January.
Because it is not January right now.
This is considered the best one. This is considered the best Broly movie. It's all downhill from here. Like, yeah, they really nailed it with the first one. The other two just weren't as good.
Excellent. Yeah, the pacing wasn't really great. There was a lot of just sort of... They were stalling way too long before they got to that fight. And then the actual fight was sort of, okay, they're just...
So here's the trick. I still love this movie. There's pure nostalgia attached to it. So even as I'm ragging on it and recognizing this is objectively bad, I still love it. I think the animation looks cool. I like Broly and Paragus.
There were some definitely cool clips in there. That's one of those things, like, if you mind that for an AMV... Set it to, like, your favorite...
Maybe your favorite Pantera song.
You set it to your favorite Pantera song. Respect. Walk.
And, you know, Broly kind of fits that, like, you know, over macho, angry metal guy who doesn't have good control of his psyche.
Right.
But I think the core concept of Broly being born with a power level of 10,000, being, you know, attempted executed... Like, I think all that stuff is good and being insane. Like, that's
decent backstory.
It's decent backstory, but him going insane and hating Goku because Goku cried next to him as a baby is terrible. Him, like, cracking jokes is terrible. He just needs to be an insane psychopath.
Hopefully Toriyama will handle it right this time.
You know, I'm interested to see what he'll do. I think it's going to be a complete reimagining of the character, and it'll probably be better than this movie. So I'm looking forward to it. But Yeah, that's our thoughts on the first Broly movie. Let us know what you thought of this movie in the comment section.
And how much money you're willing to pitch to the task of Greg rewriting it as a Shakespearean tragedy.
Yeah, I mean, seriously, like, if I get the
Shakespearean
cash...
tragedy or comedy?
I'm going to do a Shakespearean tragedy, because I think there's enough material to work with where... Like, I think there are some good core ideas here that aren't necessarily executed very well. Like, the impending tragedy of the comet...
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's a good device. Like, there's a lot of good ideas here, and so I think with this movie, if you see it at a young age, when you're impressionable, you think about how cool the ideas are, and you don't think about how poorly they were executed. So I can see why people like it, but if someone doesn't like Broly, come on, you guys gotta admit it. Well, that's our show. Find us at lipsdegeneration.com. Watch our Chala Head Chala video. I get punched through a mountain in it. So if you are upset with me over my opinions on Broly,
you can watch me get punched through a mountain
to make up for it. Have a good one, folks. Peace.
Peace.